Nzuri sana, wageni wakaribishwa. Kenya yetu hakuna matata. Jambo bwana, habari gani? Nzuri sana, wageni wakaribishwa. Kenya yetu nzuri sana, wageni.
Anyway, family, Emmanuel Macron is having fun in Kenya, right? Very interesting, right?
God have mercy upon us.
Somebody say official survivor. Why are you dancing? I love the song. Yeah, the Kenyans, you have a very beautiful. Is it a cappella or choir song, whatever it is there? I mean, it's beautiful. Yeah, it sounds so nice. Kenyans are protesting against the France-Afrique summit. Some activists in Kenya hit the streets and they are protesting against this particular summit going on in Kenya, where William Ruto and the president of France, you know, they both are co-hosting this particular meeting. PLO Lumumba, one of our very own Pan-African, also have something to say about this particular meeting. What he think France is doing. It look like we are getting the whole thing on the off balance. So you are going to hear three set of university course in just a single, a video right here. So what we have right now is that as the meeting was going on in Kenya, the venue over there, police, security forces were there. As the meeting was ongoing, there are people also in Kenya who they are mobilizing seriously in regards to this particular meeting. So they mobilize, and then on 12 May, because the meeting is ending on 12 May, starting from 11 to 12 May. So what you are seeing on the screen, these are the people. They also, mobilize, and then on the 12th, they hit the street and they are moving straight to the venue. And they gather near the venue where Nairobi, where the thing is happening. They were there. What shocked me the most about this particular protest is that we saw some Korean people also among the people who are demonstrating. We saw not only Koreans, but some white foreigners. This group are also part of the protesters. I was wondering, what is this? Because the reason why I'm confused, you are going to hear one or two things that some of them said. But the reason why I was confused is because of the fact that the people, when they got there, they are accusing France of continuing political and economic influence in Africa. This is their argument. They accuse France of neo-colonialism, imperialism, and then we no go agree. Hey. So it was protest that wasn't announced. All right, sometimes you need to announce, and then it was planned. No, this one was unplanned, and then they hit the street to protest against this particular summit. And while they were moving towards, they wanted to invade the venue, the Kenyan police, according to the report, they used tear gas to disperse these demonstrators, and then the tension rose from there. Because there was a bit of panic and all that. Then the police have to do their duty to clear them out, because we have the master in the house. You want to go and disrupt things and all that. So the protesters, they have their banner, and their messages on the banner is very clear. They are criticizing France, and they are practically describing this particular summit, the France-Afrique summit, as neo-colonial relation between France and African countries, and therefore they will not agree. According to the report here, or the authority of Kenya, they have confirmed that several of these activists and protesters were arrested. Foreigners also have been arrested, and the protesters, those of them who were arrested included, which include the foreign activists. We have delegates from Britain, France, South Korea, and Greece. And I was wondering how Britain, France, South Korea, and Greece, they are part. You can even watch. They are part of the Africans, and they are protesting against France. So I was wondering, what is it? What is their message, or what is their problem? How are they? Is this protest relating to them? How were they convinced to join the protest? I wasn't getting it. So they were arrested. The group is a combination. People who hit the street, these are a combination of Pan-African activists, anti-imperialist movement. That is exactly the same Pan-Africanism. I don't know how they are differentiating the Pan-Africanism from anti-imperialist movement. I think it's a society, right? We have other civil society organizations also, and political group who are opposing French influence in Africa. It's just the Pan-African thing right there. I've explained many of the terms that, you know, Pan-Africanism is not anti-France, it is anti-imperialism. So you can see that these are people who are standing against imperialism and a new form of neo-colonialism.
If French is interested of genuine partnership with the Nairobi, what has happened in Ouagadougou? What has happened in the Sahel region? We know for a fact that there is no development that has happened in West Africa.
What have they done to the Sahel? What have they done to Cote d'Ivoire? What have they done to Gaddafi in Libya? That's the heritage of French imperialism, not in the 19th century, not even in the 20th century. That's all in the 21st century. That's what their face is like.
And one of the things is that the protest is linked with some frustration over first of all, the French influence in Africa, which is when we talk about it, the French military agreement between Kenya and France. The people stood solidly against it, and how France is economically controlling some of these Africa countries, and the exclusion of Sahel state. We are talking about Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré, Assimi Goïta, Abdourahmane Tiani, and some of the comments that Emmanuel Macron made in regards to this, that they've separated them because of blah, blah, blah. So those things also have influenced the people, and then they hit the street and say, pow, we no go agree. And in addition to that, you see this video that was circulating where Emmanuel Macron went there, hey, that video. And Emmanuel Macron, although he was trying to call order when people were making noise, one of our black brother was talking and people were not minding, because this is our nature in Africa. When our brother is talking, we don't pay attention. When a black man is talking, we don't pay attention. But when it's a white man, then we are so attentive, right? That was the same thing going on here. If a black man wrote a book right now, we don't regard it. But when they say the name, I mean, the book is coming from the United States or France, yeah, we take those one into serious importance. So he was trying to, you know, call for order, but the tone he used, hey, you can't, I mean, Charlie, you can't do that. Honestly, in the first video, I just put that video there. But you can't do that. You know, there's a way. There are mothers there in the midst of the congregation. There are, fathers there in the midst of the congregation. There are people there that can be your grandfather in the congregation. You can't just wake up because you're a president. Hey. And there's another video also circulating, and people are doing the comparison that, look, when he went to Norway in Europe, he was practically attacked, all right, by the people were attacking him from verbally. They were engaging him. They cannot even allow him to speak. But he was humble enough, you know, trying to control the situation. But when they come to Africa, shouting at our people as if they are, you know, they are not human beings. Hey, yo, hey. So it was some kind of, it didn't sit well with people. So this also top up and then bring up this particular protest. The people are like, you can't come here and disrespect our people, and they hit the street. So that is just what happened in respect to this particular meeting. On the other side of the conversation, this is what PLO Lumumba think about this particular meeting. To PLO Lumumba, this is not a meeting that we can say that it is 50-50, but France is actually doing something that many people are not talking about. So this is it. Let's listen to this one.
What is Macron trying to do is trying to raid the former colonies of the United Kingdom and Portugal. That is why you've seen Emmanuel Macron in Luanda, in Angola. You've seen Emmanuel Macron in South Africa. And you've seen Emmanuel Macron very present in Kenya, which is going to host the Francafrique meeting. What is Francafrique meeting? The first Francafrique meeting was held in 1973. If you ask the French, they'll say it is the then president of Niger, Hamani Diori, who asked for the meeting. But the truth was that it was the then French Prime Minister Georges Pompidou who asked for the meeting, and the meeting was held in Paris. And the whole idea was that the French wanted to keep their former colonies under their economic check. It is compensatory. You have lost Niger, you have lost Burkina, you have lost Mali, you are losing Senegal, You are about to lose Gabon. You are about to lose Togo. You are about to lose Chad. You are now getting a country which is not landlocked. You are getting into your enemy's territory. And I'm using the word enemy very deliberately to say these are former British colonies. We are now going to eat into them. We are also going to eat into Angola. But for Kenya, that I think is also a very important thing. And look at the military engagement. The French, in my view, think that they still need to have a military presence in the continent of Africa. You have lost Senegal, which has a sea. You only have Cote d'Ivoire, and then Cote d'Ivoire is the bigger one. The small ones, Togo, Benin, Gabon are small. The Sahelians were landlocked. So Kenya gives you the Indian Ocean. And if you have the Indian Ocean and you have the French territory in Mayotte, the Mayotte, remember, is still effectively a province of France. And then you have a Comoro. Then you have a big brother in Kenya. From where I sit, Kenya becomes attractive for its geostrategic position.
That is it right there. That is it right there. I mean, Pierre Olumumba, I don't need to go over his word. You heard that quite, clean and pure, right? Now, when you look at one thing, I also agree of the fact that this thing that Emmanuel Macron is doing is to save his economy, because without Africa, he's losing the French colonies, or should I call it? The Francophone countries. He's losing them. Mali is gone, Niger is gone, Burkina Faso is gone, Chad is almost going, Senegal is also shaking its head, right? And Togo is also, I don't know, we don't know where Togo is exactly. Togo is in his hand, but somehow, anyhow, the relation of Togo and the Sahel, it looked like things might fall apart kind of thing. So he need to, diversify. You need to expand beyond these Francophone countries, because clearly it is not going to stay for long. It is not going to stand for long. The foundation is shaking. The foundation of the economy is shaking. Have you people be paying attention to what happened in France, or what is going on in France lately in respect to the economy? There's even news, as I'm talking to you right now, when Emmanuel Macron was there doing that thing over there, farmers are protesting. Yes, the farmers are protesting right there. That news is there. It's on Euro News. You can go and check it out. You have videos right there that the French farmers are dumping, how do you call it, manure with rubbish all over the total, energy refinery, in protest of fuel price hike and a whole lot of things they are protesting against over there. The economy of France is like this, is doing like this, so it's not stable. So when they are making this move, it is to save their economy. It is not for the good of Africa or anything. Let us understand that and have some peace, and then breathe. Anyway, family, it is not yet over. We are still on this particular meeting. I'll bring you more detail, of the encomiums, the onions, the pakposhito, the ginger and things and salt in the meeting will be coming in the next video. So stay tuned, hit the like button and put us on notification. All right, respect. See you in the next episode.